Akon's Never Really Mattered is a confession booth set to a beat, a raw regret-filled reckoning with the cost of carelessness. On the surface, it's a smooth mid-tempo R&B groove, but beneath the melody lies a man unraveling his own ego. The song's title repeats like a mantra he's trying to believe, yet every verse betrays him. This isn't just a breakup anthem. It's a dissection of how pride blinds us to love until it's gone. Hi, I'm BMRJR. Let's break down how Akon turns remorse into music, one gut punch lyric at a time. Akon kicks off the first verse with a confession that feels almost casual at first. It never really mattered too much. But as the lines unfold, we realize this is a man looking back on his past with sharp regret. He admits to living like a rock star, surrounded by women and excess, a lifestyle that made him feel untouchable. At the time, love and commitment were afterthoughts. He was too caught up in the rush of fame and freedom to care. The line, I should have slowed my roll, but instead I went too far, is a quiet moment of self awareness where he acknowledges that his reckless behavior wasn't just fun, it was destructive. What makes this verse so powerful is the shifts in tone halfway through. At first, he brushes off his actions with a carefree attitude, repeating, it never really mattered too much, as if trying to convince himself. But then comes the turning point. Till you up and left me, then I realized I made the wrong call. Suddenly, the indifference cracks. The woman he took for granted walks away, and it hits him. He did care. He just didn't realize it until it was too late. This is where the song's central theme really takes shape, the pain of recognizing your mistakes only after losing what mattered. The pre-chorus serves as the emotional turning point where Akon stops making excuses and finally faces the damage he's caused. When he sings, you keep on crying 'cause you just can't let me go, there's a painful irony at play. He's realizing that her tears aren't about clinging to him, but about the real hurt he inflicted. For the first time, he acknowledges she had every right to be upset because he was straight tripping, a raw admission that he was selfish, reckless, and completely in the wrong. This line hits hard because it's not just an apology. It's him fully seeing himself through her eyes, perhaps for the first time. What makes this section especially powerful is how Akon describes his own toxic behavior. He mentions cheating and lying, but then adds the crucial detail, I'm turning round, blaming you. This reveals an even deeper layer of his past selfishness. Not only did he hurt her, but he tried to make her feel guilty for his mistakes. Now, in this moment of clarity, he recognizes how twisted that was. The line, I need you back, am I worth you forgiving, is the most vulnerable part of the entire song. He's not demanding another chance, he's genuinely questioning whether he even deserves one. It's a rare moment of humility from someone who once acted like consequences didn't apply to him. The chorus hits with devastating clarity, serving as both the song's emotional climax and its central thesis. When Akon repeats, it never really mattered too much, the phrase takes on a completely different meaning than in the verses, now dripping with bitter irony rather than careless indifference. The man who once brushed off relationships is now pouring everything I got to show you that I'm sorry, a complete reversal that reveals how hollow his former lifestyle truly was. This isn't just an apology, it's a full surrender of ego, with Akon admitting that his previous attitude was a facade masking deeper needs for connection. What makes the chorus particularly poignant is its brutal honesty in the line, the truth is nothing really mattered till I lost my baby. Here, Akon crystallizes the universal human experience of taking things for granted until they're gone. The word truth stands out sharply. It's not just a realization, but an admission of something he's been avoiding all along. The post-chorus serves as the song's haunting emotional echo, where Akon and featured artist Simeon dissect the relationship's collapse with heartbreaking simplicity. The lines, "We kissed, we laughed, we fell too fast," paint a vivid picture of a romance that burned bright but brief, capturing that universal experience of love that feels eternal in the moment but proves fragile in hindsight. What makes this section particularly poignant is its conversational tone. The repeated, "How'd we get like that?" isn't just rhetorical. It's the bewildered question of two people waking up to the ruins of something that once felt invincible. This section stands out because it shifts perspective from Akon's personal regrets to a more universal examination of failed relationships. When they sing, "We stood up too fast, we thought we'd last," there's a subtle but important admission. This wasn't just Akon's failure, but a mutual miscalculation about their connection's durability. The repetition of "don't know, baby" carries tremendous weight. It's an admission of helplessness that contrasts sharply with Akon's earlier false confidence. Where the rest of the song finds him taking responsibility, here we see him grappling with the mysterious, almost chemical process of how love forms and fades. Verse 2 marks Akon's emotional rock bottom, where his careless indifference fully transforms into painful self awareness. The opening line, "It never really mattered too much," now sounds hollow even to his own ears, immediately undercut by the visceral image of his heart being ripped from his chest. This physical manifestation of emotional pain shows how deeply the loss has affected him. What he once dismissed as unimportant has become an inescapable agony. The admission, "without you, I can't fix it," reveals a crucial realization. His rock star persona means nothing without someone real to share it with. The verse's most powerful moment comes when Akon finally stops lying to himself. "Everything that I denied, girl, you was right. You know I did it." This isn't just an admission of guilt. It's a full surrender to the truth he'd been avoiding. Where earlier verses showed him making excuses, here he directly acknowledges his partner's perspective was correct all along. The line, "long as it wasn't me hurting," exposes the selfish core of his former mindset. He only cared about consequences when they affected him personally. This moment of brutal honesty makes his transformation feel earned rather than performative. What makes this verse particularly impactful is its structural role in the song's narrative. Coming after the chorus's emotional climax and the post-chorus reflection, this verse shows Akon sitting with his regret rather than just performing it. The closing line, "I know now you did not deserve," hangs in the air unfinished, suggesting he can't even bring himself to list all the ways he failed her. What makes the outro especially poignant is its nostalgic shift to simpler times. The line, "You used to be so in love with me," carries a tinge of disbelief, as if Akon can't reconcile the past devotion with the present reality. When he reminisces about wanting her to be his girlfriend, before the fame, before the ego, when love was uncomplicated. This makes the closing line, "now you don't even say hello to me," hit like a gut punch. That cold indifference from someone who once adored him mirrors his own past behavior, completing the cycle of karma. The relationship has dwindled to nothing, and he's left with the silence he created.